Like after I have that baby, I'll be like, someone go get me a Lonnie.
Right now.
A Lonnie and some raw sushi, please.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the All Nighter Podcast.
Where the insomniacs come to get silly. And we're your hosts, Ashlyn Benson, Alexis Leach, and Rhonda Lou. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi there, insomniacs.
Yes, I am most certainly a certified insomniac today. I took my sleeping medication as per usual, but only slept 2 hours. So I'm better than I was in the last episode, because like I told Ashley last episode, I'd had a seizure that morning, and it did like fucking drain the fuck out of me. I was trying to be as present as I possibly could, but I was drained as fuck. I was like, oh God. But today, I'm just Delulu. I'm just a little delirious. And I like that better, I think.
Sometimes Delulu can feel like tripping balls.
Exactly, yeah. Well, sometimes I have noticed that, like when you are like sorely lacking sleep, when you did only get like an hour or two, sometimes it can start to feel like you're a little stoned or something, because like something else just kind of starts kicking in, as far as like almost like a weird kind of like adrenaline or something.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird. It used to happen to me a whole lot more, but most of the time now I try to at least get like 5 hours, but today it wasn't cooperating with me.
I know, I go back and forth of, I mean, you just really can't predict necessarily how you're going to feel like postpartum, but I keep thinking of like, because there is a point where you reach such a Delulu phase, because it's like, I would say at least for like the first 3 months, you're getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep at a time, you know? And so, it's very crazy. And so it's like the Delulu can feel kind of fun.
Postpartum?
Yeah. Just cause you're feeding so much, like even if you were to do, formula, if you did formula though, you could probably switch things off a little bit more with your partner. And some of it too is also determined if you're pumping, but, friggin', yeah, like there is a Delulu reach, but also there is a panic level, but that's a mix of the hormones like dropping after you give birth. So I keep going, because like right now, because in pregnancy it's like even if you do get a lot of sleep, it feels like no amount is enough. Whereas in postpartum it's like, yes, you are getting very broken sleep, but you sleep heavy when you get it, and it does feel like it does something, you know. So I don't know, I keep going back and forth on how I've been having dreams too, like, dude, oh my God, I'm scared of just what life will be after the baby.
Yeah, it was weird, like, because I got so little sleep, I would have expected not to remember my dreams, but I remembered a lot, and there was a part of the dream, like, I started out, like, normal, like, not in control of anything, but then it did eventually move to, like, lucid dreaming, where I was like, no, this isn't right, this isn't real, or whatever, and then, but then I kind of started manipulating things in the dream, and then I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, this is fun.
Like I'm flying.
It was fairly fucking cool.
My favorite ones are when I'm underwater and I'm like, I'm breathing underwater.
Right, yeah, those are awesome. Those are the sickest ever. I've had some where almost like I'm like phasing through shit. Like
walking through walls and stuff?
Well,
or?
Almost like instead,
like
almost
like a little ghosty.
A little bit, yeah, but it's almost like where I can fly and I can like jump up and like just fucking phase through the ceiling.
Do you
the roof
are you
whatever.
able to like run fast in your dreams though? Like fast?
I don't ever really run.
Well, I'm usually running away from someone who's trying to like kill me.
Yeah, but normally it's like molasses when yes,
because I'm like think harder, like run faster, and it's just like not happening.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. I've had a lot like that too, and dude, I was like. You know, because I couldn't sleep or whatever, I ended up watching like the tornado videos that were in Eden. Yeah. And then like I went from that because like all the videos that I was seeing of it, it's like all the sound was off.
Yeah,
And
why
so-
was that?
I don't
noticed that
know.
too.
Yeah, because like when I clicked on it or whatever, it said like something about like maybe they were muted for rights or something like that. But I'm like, weird for a tornado. But then I went
The
from
tornado has rights.
yeah, the tornado copyrighted. But no, and then I went onto YouTube and I was like just looking up all these different tornado sounds and stuff. And
They're really fucking loud.
yeah, they are.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, and I'm almost thinking about like remixing some of it into kind of like a beat type thing.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, because some of the sounds are really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like they sound really pretty. And I'm like, I could have some fun with that. Because like I was saying, I've kind of been fucking around more with like unconventional sounds and like the reverse 808s and whatever. And the reverse 808 was actually what was making me think of it, because it is that sound, like, but like forever. So I was like, ooh. Because I have a rainstorm in one of my songs, like just as like the lowest layer of sound, and but I like it. I think it adds a cool little depth to it.
Yeah, boy, that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Alexis might be famous. She got to fucking film as an extra for the Lowdown season 2. Bros.
Go check it out.
Yes, dude.
Sterling Harjo. That's how you say his name, right? I didn't just
I
fuck
think
it. Okay. But yeah, it was pretty damn fun. Yes, I did get to meet Ethan Hawke for like. I mean, I was with the dude all freaking day, which was cool. But we didn't have like full blown conversation or anything. But it was pretty cool. We it was like a hi, da, 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 da. And then he went back to doing his job. But I will say it was really cool to get to watch him like act in real time.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool.
Did he like lock in, or like did he ever stumble or anything, or?
No, not really. I mean, kind of like any actor does, like, but he was in the zone. It was cool. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Bro. Yeah, that's so sick. I do sincerely kind of miss theater and acting and stuff, because it's easier. Like when I'm performing, I'm not like a fucking character or whatever. I'm just like the rawest version of me. But there is some part of me that almost craves bringing that drama performative aspect into it, at least a little bit, because to some degree I almost feel like it would actually help me channel the emotions more thoroughly. But also it's just fun to play that way,
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, it sounds rad as fuck. I think that would be so much fun. Even if it is just like kind of like acting as if you are like living your own life,
if I could, I would 100% quit my job. Sorry, Care. To pursue acting. It's just you gotta fucking survive as well as
well, yeah,
do that. But it's so hard to do it when you're like full time and what have you.
Yes.
But it is something that I do enjoy and thoroughly miss. Like I loved theater in school, and I mean theater is quite significantly different than
like
on
acting,
television
yeah.
acting. Just because it's a different vibe, it's a different type of acting, versus theater.
Yeah, whereas like theater, there's no like retakes,
Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
you're in the zone.
yeah.
And it's like so much bigger of expressions and
Yes.
emotions and
Yes.
stuff.
yeah, almost
And
like caricature.
Film is so much more like subtle. Like you don't have to really
micro expressions.
I think that's what I love about like especially doing like extra work where you're just chilling, you're just like drink
Yeah.
your cup of coffee or like whatever you do. Like you're just
Yeah.
like living.
Like literally,
Yeah,
like while I was just sitting there waiting for them to tell me what to do, I was watching him do a full scene. I'm like, this is so cool. Like what? Like
Yeah.
you're watching him do his thing, and like there was this funny part where I was standing, I could see the monitors or whatever, and them filming it, and he's like, they were like, okay, try it this way this time, try it this way this time, da 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 da. And there was this one where he did like this crazy, almost like Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean run, where he or whatever, like
Yeah.
shuffled down this hallway, and it was just really funny to watch him like get in the zone for each different, like, okay, do it this way, and he'd be like, okay, give me 1 second, and then he'd like get in the zone, and then he would do it, and it was just really cool. And I didn't realize like all the different, like kind of how I was telling you guys earlier, like it takes like 20 minutes just to get like 10 seconds of film, like all the different angles they do and how they splice it all together in the end and this, that, and the other thing. And I didn't realize, like, when they're filming, they're everybody has their cue or whatever, and very similar to theater. And so I'm like, okay, I can do that, and they say, okay, backgrounds go, then action for the actual actors. And I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh, duh, makes sense for like the other people to be going first before the other actors, so that it all looks seamless and like it's been in motion and that it's in real time or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to do.
Right. Yeah. Well, and even just that, like you said, like kind of like having that experience of the production and how it works and stuff, I think is so valuable, because
it's almost like a class,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a learning experience.
I totally would have been taking notes from almost from a director's perspective or whatever. Like I was talking to the girls before about like if we were to make our own music videos and stuff, like just kind of seeing how somebody professional works and how they set everything up for each thing, I would just be very fascinated. Like I said, taking notes.
It was definitely a very stark difference to the other production that I was in, which I guess I won't name what it was since I don't want to like dog on them, because it was very different. Like I felt way more comfortable doing this than I did there. Like I don't know what it was. Like I was telling you guys in those text messages, like, I get it. A lot of the times it is a very, sporadic type of thing where it's like, okay, your call time is this, be there at this time, da-da-da-da-da. However, they sent me my call time like 3 days in advance, all this other stuff, gave exact directions on where to go, didn't make it feel like if you were late, like you were in humongo trouble or, what have you. Which, I mean, the other place didn't. However, they did not make me feel like informed before I went, whereas...
And like prepared.
Yes. And whereas this place did, and like all of the other people that were a part of it were really nice. The other extras were really nice. Whereas the other one I was in, like... I was there all night, like until almost like I think 1 a.m. or something for the last one. And I was only in one scene. And I remember them being like, do you know anybody that like wants to come out and like do some stuff? Like if you text them right now, I'm like, did you guys not prepare for this? Like what's going on? It was really weird. Whereas like this one, all the extras were there when you got there. Like there was no weirdness. They had like this crazy awesome catering outside. Like
wow.
it was cool. It was cool. Yeah.
That's fucking rad as hell.
Plus I met Ethan Hawke, so there was that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fucking cool. It sounds like Sterling Harjo is doing it right,
Yes,
I mean, I feel like having your actors and extras, of course, too, be prepared is going to give you the best result, dude.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think any kind of production, and especially like a more indie production, they're working with less resources and all these different things. And I'm sure overstimulated and overwhelmed every single one of them.
Yeah.
But, but I do think that ultimately, if you do kind of have everything very set, then it will just result in a better end result.
Yes, and the other production that I was a part of was a very religious-based network. So I think that also might have been another... And it was right after the Roe v. Wade stuff happened where they overturned everything. So it was like really weird. I was like, are they going to like get on my Facebook and see my posts and be like, you can't be a part of it now or something? Which, I mean, even if that did happen, I would have been like, fuck you, I don't want to be a part of your shit anyway, But this was a really cool experience. I liked it. I'm glad that I went. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more.
Yes, dude.
I know that because they just went into production, I'm pretty sure, like not even a few months ago. So they're pretty new into it, this new season.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I even want to keep my eye out for different extras calls and stuff, especially for musicians, because I'll
be sending them to you guys. Like I just sent that one to Ashlyn.
Yeah, because like in the first season, they had so many local musicians in the background and
At Mercury
and just like playing. Yeah. Well, like at Mercury there was you know, the one where like when they were at the wedding at Philbrook or whatever, there was like this cellist that that actually played on Chad's first EP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt McGregor. And I was like, like when I saw him on there, I was like, what the fuck? That's so cool.
That's like my favorite part of watching the show, is just like seeing all the people you recognize and places and stuff.
Yeah, like I texted her after I left, and one of the extras that was there, like they know each other, and like him and his wife do a bunch of stuff with real talent and whatnot, and I'm just like, freaking small world.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's so fucking cool.
And it is like, so, because also like, yeah, like you said, like every production is different. So you do get to kind of see, you know, I mean, just also
when it can be done right.
Yeah. And just like how, chaotic the industry can be, of just like, yeah, it's so different. Like some of them are really prepared. Some of them aren't, you know, sometimes it's relaxed, sometimes it's not relaxed. But it gives you like a taste and stuff. And like, yesterday me and Adam were filming us telling you guys, and like, so it's fun because I feel like, you know, me and Adam have filmed like a bunch of different stuff over time. Like we have some silly videos in the past that are on the YouTube channel and everything, but we go through like different periods of working together, and then like things, you know, we kind of like, we take really big breaks because then we're like, you know,
do some solo projects,
have some babies, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And but this time we definitely feel like we have like more of a flow. But the difference between me and Adam is he definitely films more like movie style, and I film more like social media style, you know?
Like sketch.
And so but so yeah, like we were doing different shots, and it was just, but it was really kind of like helping us to like see, because the other part of it is like sound engineering a little bit of like, you know, usually for film, you know, they have mics and stuff on, and we're just using our phone. Like we're just trying to keep it as simple as possible, but still have still try to like execute some ideas like as well as we can with what we have and stuff like that. But yeah, like it was just fun because like we were like figuring out like different shots and like but it was fun to see like how Adam, like I just kind of, this was like one of his main ideas, and then the next one is going to be kind of more of like we're directing each other sometimes, you know, just depending on like who had the original idea or whatever, the initial vision. But yeah, and then it'll be fun to film this music video for Donnie and stuff, and just also like with each experience that you try, like as far as like film and stuff, I mean, some of it is also like when you do it and then you're like, oh, I see how like lighting would be good right here, or you know, you just like learn more with like each thing that you do, what, you know, you might need and stuff. And then, but also like having extra hands does help.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, just like, and how much work, you know, like you said, just even for 10 seconds of something.
Yes, that's crazy.
Like, yeah, yesterday we probably filmed our little sketch in like 15 minutes, but it probably took us about like an hour and a half just to edit like what we had, because which we didn't take like a million takes of everything because we kind of knew like each shot and stuff. But just that in itself, because also like the editing is such a it's such a prevalent thing, you know, like it's such a like a big part of how the end result happens.
It was super cool to watch the like movie magic.
Like
there was a one scene where they're talking in a car or something like that, and like I said, I like walked by someone's car and they're watching who I walk by or whatever, and they had a guy in the back, and the I guess director is who this would be, because Sterling Harjo is the producer, right?
I think he's the director.
Yeah, I think
because he wrote it, right?
Yeah, he created it.
Yeah, so he's like the showrunner, and then
I'm not sure, honestly.
This is where I get a little confused, but because you know the director directs people, and there was a little guy running around being like, "You do this, 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 this." So I'm gonna call him the director, right?
Well, normally the director is actually at the monitor, and then somebody else is telling
Doing the
them
camera work.
Well, yes, and telling the people what to do. So, but
that's what this guy was doing. Yeah, he was like looking at monitors plus also telling people what to do.
Right, yeah. But so the director is at the monitor watching the shots, not telling people what to do.
Okay, well then that's Sterling then. Okay, well then this guy. So then what would he have been then?
I don't know, probably like a production assistant type thing, or like production.
I guess I could look it up from the first season,
or even like an assistant director too. Like
yeah,
it could
exactly
be.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Lowdown.
I think that's actually what I was looking for. But yeah, so many people have been snapping pictures with him around and stuff, and I'm like, that's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
he went to the Outsider's house.
What's
Ethan
that?
Hawke.
What's the Outsiders?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
What is that?
It's a book that was written in the 80s, I believe. And it's also a film as well.
Yeah, like the name sounds familiar,
yeah,
but I can't think of anything.
Oh my god, everyone, I just forgot everyone's name because I'm trying to do too many things at once. Wow. I'm so like appalled that neither of you know what this is. Hold on. The Outsiders. Jesus Christ.
Is it like a true story?
Jesus. I was trying to think of Rob Lowe's name. God.
Oh.
It's got Rob Lowe.
Oh. Like young Rob Lowe?
Yeah. Matt Dillon is in it. Patrick Swayze. That was the other big name because I love Patrick Swayze. But yeah, it has like a bunch of people, but it's based in Tulsa. And the author is from Tulsa. I believe she's from Tulsa. But yeah, basically it's that. But there's a museum because, you know, the film was filmed all here and stuff. So it's like a staple of Tulsa.
And it's kind of old though, right? Like the movie, like
yeah. When did the film come out?
Because I'm like, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, she said the
Rob
book was in
Lowe.
the 80s. But that's cool. That's some Tulsa lore I didn't know.
Yeah,
Love
it came
to hear
out
that.
March 25th, 1983.
Wow, yeah.
And then
Maybe
when
I
was the
have seen
book
it.
written?
Maybe Adam showed it to me.
Yeah, it's like greasers and, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll have to check
it's
that
good.
shit out.
Yeah. But yeah, the house where it was filmed, where Pony Boy and his brother live, he went and checked it out. And Ethan Hawke was there or whatever. He went and checked it out and sat at like Pony Boy's desk and all kinds of stuff. It's good. You should
That's
read it
cute.
and watch it.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love that.
That
Well, this is
nice.
also
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
This is also one of like the best times to be in Tulsa, like when it's
Yeah.
like green and luscious,
Oh,
and
God,
you know,
yeah.
like
And the weather has been so nice lately. Like
Yeah.
with the breeze, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
like once the like first wave of allergens pass, like this really fights to be in the #1 spot when it comes to like fall and spring here in Tulsa.
Yeah, dude, because like last night too. So I mean, like I meant to say earlier, like condolences and well wishes for everybody who was affected by the Enid tornado and stuff. But as far as how the weather was here, like it was just a little lightning show, you know, without very much thunder, but just like between the clouds, and it was so pretty and windy, and I was like, just like absolutely basking in it. I loved it.
Well, it's interesting too because people who like aren't from Oklahoma, like they'll see these tornado videos and they're like, "Wow, I'll never live there." And it's crazy because, you know, when you're from Oklahoma, like the difference with a tornado though, like versus a hurricane, like a hurricane will span miles and miles, and like if you're in the city that it's getting hit, like you're getting hit.
Yeah.
But with a tornado, it's still a very like isolated event, you know, where it's just like it's really happening, and still, I mean, it does create a lot of damage when it hits,
And
but
debris, yeah.
I think Alexis said she's seen a tornado in real life, but I've never seen a tornado, and I've lived here.
I've
like,
seen
my
a
whole
funnel
life.
cloud, but that's it.
Yeah, like I've seen crazy clouds, but I haven't seen like an actual tornado.
Yeah, and I mean, well, honestly, the closest to home damage that I remember happening was, I don't even think it was a full ass tornado. But I could be wrong. But I remember like Cherry Street and those
41st and Yale and stuff.
Yeah, like they had like like some fucked up houses from trees and stuff like that, and uprooted trees.
Yeah.
But that's
honestly,
the closest I've seen.
I
as
feel
far
like
as damage.
widespread we get more damaged stuff. I mean, sometimes just from like winds, like that can happen.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Father's Day, like
Right.
the first like 2023 or something. That one was crazy. Like that just like blew a lot of trees down. And then ice storms and stuff will like
do
take
a lot of damage
our
too.
trees out sometimes and
Yeah.
uproot them. But other than
we
that,
lost both of our big trees at our parents' house that way.
I know I couldn't even remember what the big tree looked like in front of our house.
It was huge, bro, because it could fit all of us. Like, because
Do you remember the tree like this?
Yeah, like
See, I'm like, I
the-
barely remember what it.
bro, the trunk was so thick.
Mhm.
Like, I mean,
It was
like we
thick.
could all hug it and you know, like just barely be touching arms or fingers or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, because it was huge. And that stump even was there for a really fucking long time. But yeah, when the trees like split from ice and they crash or whatever, I mean, it sounds like glass breaking. Like it's so weird.
Well, and it did break through glass.
Yeah, it did. It did. But the one in the back didn't, and it sounded the same.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because, like, I loved both those trees, man. I really
Yeah, I
fucking
guess
did.
I also forget there was a tree in the backyard. Well, that one I do remember a little bit more because, like, Coco and stuff, like, used to, like, dig around the tree and everything.
Crazy ass dog.
Yes.
R.I.P.
We had
Coco.
moles, dude, and she would go crazy for them. I mean, like, dude, there was one time where she picked one up in her mouth, and it was just, like, squealing bloody murder. And I was like, this poor fucking thing.
I know, it's like the freaking animal kingdom is rough out there.
Relentless. Dude, so you know so we have a mourning dove on our mailbox. And I had sent you guys a picture or whatever. Like, it was, like, on Monday and Tuesday. She was nowhere to be seen, and I was getting so sad. I was mourning her. I was like, where did she go, my baby? And then yesterday morning, I heard her kind of morning coos.
Like,
And it sounds a little sorrowful. That's why they're called mourning doves. Like it's it's
I thought it was just for the
M-O-U-R.
morning. Okay, I see.
Yeah, and so, but I heard her and I was like, oh my God, I wonder, I threw on my clothes so fast. I looked out there and there she was and I was like, oh, yay.
Do you ever just go like, oh?
Straight up. Well, I opened the door and I was like, thank you for coming back. I missed you. Like audibly, like just saying that to her.
Hey, man.
Because
I feel like talking to plants and animals, like, you know.
absolutely
does
natural.
something.
Yeah, I think it's good for the spirit. Fucking, but I can't even believe how sad I was getting about it because I think, well, you know, our like pet deposit is $300, and so I want to get a kitty, but it's probably far off, like past the wedding at least. And so like this really was like filling my pet fix, and I was like, no, she came and went so soon, but then she came back and I was like, hallelujah.
Is she gonna have babies? Or?
I hope so. And like our upstairs neighbor was saying that she had bird food that she could give her and stuff too, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Heck yeah, dude. Get her ready for mating season.
I would love for there to be little babies because they're, you know, birds are so fucking cute in their babies because they almost are like Benjamin Button type beings because they look like little grandpa birds with their tufts and shit.
It's just like
when they're little
newborns,
babies.
you know?
Yeah. And
Like,
then,
Ryan looked like a little old man for like at least a month. And it is funny because it's like, yeah, like the birds and babies, like it's the same where they're like when the babies are searching for the freaking nibble, it's just like so funny. Because they'll try to do it on your cheek too sometimes. You know?
Yeah. It's so precious, dude. So yeah, I look forward to that. But God, dude, whenever I will be able to get a kitty, I'll be so stoked. Be so ridiculously stoked. Well, you know, Mom was talking about like she was like worried about I was like maybe losing weight or whatever. And at the time, I kind of noticed some changes in my face that made me scared that that's what was happening too. But when I weighed myself then, there was no change. But then this last week, like I dropped like 7 or 8 pounds, and I don't, and just within the week.
But it isn't just from being more active.
I do think it might be, and that's what I'm hoping.
Because it's like because you haven't changed anything with what you're putting down your tube, right?
Yes, but also what's the weird thing is that I used to work out and stretch daily. Like, you know, different parts of the body each day or whatever.
But it's still kind of different when you're like walking around.
Yeah,
you know,
and
like,
carrying heavy shit.
I was just about to say with the equipment.
Yeah, and I mean, so like
you're probably just getting more cardio on the average.
Exactly, maybe, yeah.
I wonder what your step thing, like if you had like a Fitbit or something, if it would maybe tell you something.
I know, yeah. You know, I haven't recorded anything like that in a really long time.
I mean, your phone kind of tells you sometimes, like on your health app.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll tell you how many steps. You always have your phone on you pretty much, right? Most of the time.
For the most part.
So it may not be like 100%, but it could like give you some estimate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it was weird because like I said, I was kind of stretching and working out daily. And then when I stopped doing that, it was because we were more active. And I was like, well, I'm probably getting more exercise just generally. But I kind of expected that when I stopped that I would actually start gaining a little bit more. But instead of gaining like I expected to, I've been losing. And so I probably will get my thyroid tested like within 2 weeks or something like that.
And also probably when it gets hot and like you know, like you might have to even put like more nutrition down.
Yeah, and I mean, I do kind of change up my regimen during the summer because of that.
Yeah.
Because I lose a lot more, a lot faster. Because it's like right now when I'm not like sweating my ass off constantly, it's like I'm losing electrolytes and stuff like when I get sick or whatever. But during the summer, it's like I'm losing electrolytes when I get sick. I'm losing electrolytes when I'm sweating. I'm losing electrolytes, you know, just existing. So yeah, like during the summer, I do have to be like way more on top of shit, and almost like strictly because dehydration can be what lands me a seizure a lot of the time, and it's so fucking annoying, brother. So fucking annoying. But yeah, I'm just like I want to make my gains back, and it's so annoying too because like what made me check it too wasn't my face anymore, but was actually my chest. Because like, dude, I mean, I feel like most women are this way, but like whenever you're gaining or losing, like that's the first spot you'll like notice. And I was like, what? Rude. Rude as fuck.
Which I guess it is good that the tailor was like, let's hold off on that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I was thinking about that too because so like we went to get my wedding dress altered. In the ceremony dress, she's doing some different things to make my feeding tube accessible so I can flush throughout, and that'll be perfect and great.
Because also, were we going to put that other adjustment in the second dress for your tube?
No, because that one doesn't have like a claspy back like the other
so
one,
you can just like pull it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one will be so much easier to manage in that way because yeah, I mean, I can pull it down pretty easily and pretty fast.
Gotcha.
But the other dress, it would be a 2-person thing. But thankfully with the adjustment she's making, I won't have to deal with that.
When's that going to be done, by the way?
You know, she said to like call her.
Oh, in May, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she didn't call me by May.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get an update on that. Yeah. But the other one, she was saying exactly that. She was like, wait until a month before because it's the bust area that I would need altered to feel more secure, you know, because it's strapless. And so, but she was saying exactly that. She was like, well, if you gain weight, we should wait until then anyway. If you lose weight, we should wait until then anyway. And I was like, okay, fair enough. That makes the most sense, actually.
And that's when you know you're dealing with a professional.
100%, dude. Yeah, I liked her. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to like see the dress and like as it develops and stuff.
Yeah, and I think the next time for the different sleeve ideas that I have, I'll kind of like bring some pictures of like the different ideas and whichever one she thinks is easier to execute, you know, she can go with that one.
But yeah, I think it'll be really cool too if she can like put a bustle on your thing because the train really is so pretty. Like it's especially like when you're walking down the aisle. I'm so glad I'm not going to be pregnant at that time though. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be better energy than what I have now. Like even with the newborn, you know, I mean, we'll see if she'll be 3 or 4 months by then. But
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny because like I was thinking back to when Raya was a newborn. I was thinking, like, I think I remember the attachment with you being more stark, like once she was almost like a year, a year and a half. Like she seemed a lot more aware that you were gone and stuff at that point. But like when she was actually a newborn, she was like, I mean, I don't remember her really fussing with me and Mom when it was just us.
when it was just you, maybe she was like, okay, but with Adam, she definitely freaked out. You remember that video Adam sent me when like she was like, yeah, and we were at that comedy show and stuff, and yeah, she was like about 3 months old, and she was also having a harder time taking a bottle still.
I wonder. Yeah, well, the bottle thing makes sense too, but I also wonder if maybe newborns or whatever do like sense the feminine or something.
I honestly feel like if you have boobs, like it does, it's like it just, I think, I mean, also it probably helps that you guys are my family, where there is probably
like
a similar
smell.
sense of whatever. I would like that. I really keep going back and forth on like the breastfeeding, like how long, because I've also heard from some moms who like decide to just like not do it or whatever, where the baby like bonds a little bit more equally with the dad, you know?
Right, I have heard that too.
And oh my God, if like that were to happen, like that just takes so much pressure off in the postpartum phase if the baby's able to do that, you know?
That's what my mom did. And
really?
we weren't really very like weird if one was left with the other.
Really?
Or whatever.
Yeah, so that's why like that's one of the main like things I keep, but I'm like I feel like I can't decide until it's here. But
yeah,
I mean, I guess I could. I mean, some people do, you know, and they're just staying at the hospital and they're like, I'm not breastfeeding, get that baby some formula, you know.
Or even if you just did,
I was gonna
like,
say, even if you just
pumping,
pumped, yeah, you don't
and then
necessarily
mixing
have
it with
to
the formula, you know, like from the jump, so that they immediately get the acquired taste of the formula and the breast milk or whatever.
Well, it is crazy because because part of it was, I mean, with Raya, it was specifically just like the bottle, like the first week, like she was getting fed from bottles, and I mean, she was getting fed from my boob too, but like she could take the bottles. Adam was like feeding her like just fine, and then it was like yeah, it just felt like within the next coming weeks then. And maybe it was just because I was feeding her more from the boob, where then she was like, oh, this is way better. This
plastic nastiness.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, most of the women that I've known do just do formula because for different reasons. There's one friend that I have that breastfed till he was like 3. But most of my friends have almost always opted directly for the formula because like in previous newborn phases or whatever, like it would just like wear them the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And there is like, that is the biggest thing where it's like choosing between mental health things versus, you know, because it's like, yeah, because I've also heard that like moms who, you know, decided to not, like they were able to enjoy the newborn phase more, like, you know, because also I feel like breastfeeding extends the postpartum like hormone drops and stuff.
Yes.
So you just like really
and it also extends you eating for 2.
Yeah.
Because like I think people assume that like once
hunger
you have
and
the
thirst
baby,
is crazy.
Yeah, that like once you have the baby or whatever, that you're just eating for yourself again. But if you're breastfeeding that whole time, you're still eating for 2 entirely and drinking for 2 and everything. So it's like, I mean, like I feel like you almost have to like give yourself a lot more, you know, if you do stay breastfeeding.
I think it's hard too because it's like I did enjoy the experience of breastfeeding, and sometimes if you do like, and there's other factors that can happen too, like if the baby has to go to the NICU and they've just been getting formula for 2 weeks in the NICU, like then it could be really difficult to try and get them back on the boob. You know, there's like all kinds of things where it could just end up not happening. But you know, it's just, I don't know, it'll just be something on my mind, I guess, until the days come. Because, like, yeah, I guess I don't want to fully sacrifice. Like, if I wasn't able to breastfeed at all, for whatever reason, whether it be in my control or not, I think I would be a little sad.
Yeah, I would get that. Yeah. But oh my God, I'm so excited to see Raya be a big sister because I know she's gonna be so precious with her. It's gonna be so cool, dude.
I am like glad too that like she's a little older because like I've heard like when
they're like too young.
Yeah, that they're just like they don't really comprehend like their sibling, you know, in such a way. I mean, they grow eventually with it.
Yeah,
But I feel like Raya, you know, very much is like she knows that the baby's coming and like. So I just think it'll be really cool for her to actually like see the baby because, but she is so funny with the belly. Like today she was like trying to like kind of punch the belly. I'm like, no, your sister lives in there. And she's like, why? It's just like, especially because it's making me bigger and it's harder for me to like do things and like pick her up. So I think sometimes she's getting mad at the belly a little bit.
Yeah, well, like Jan was even talking while we were there the other day that she's like we were saying like we're almost surprised you can still pick her up because she is. I mean, she's a tall baby, so she's I think you know around 40 something at least, and you pick her up like it's tall. Nothing. Like,
well, it's like my arms are still strong. Like I can feel that where it's like, but it's just also like trying to manage her over the belly and like her long legs. Yeah, like I have to like try and like hike them up and.
Yeah, well, and that's what Jan was talking about too. Is that sometimes like moms can like throw their hip out or whatever because they kind of push it out to like you know hoist the other child, you know, and it is crazy, man.
Yeah, I might actually get some physical therapy before I have her because I can already feel that my hips are, which I do have a tendency, like, and most moms, you do have a tendency to, like, have a caregiving side, but also just, like, when you do the dishes, like, you're just sitting on one side, putting them in the dishwasher, like, all these different things where even one side is stronger than the other. And so, but as you get bigger in the pregnancy, it really, like, I can really feel it in my back right now. So I'm like, I might actually go before I think
that's a great idea,
because then it'll probably help recovery a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, because I mean, if you just kind of keep your body warmed up in that way and kind of try to keep your hips in alignment and all of that prior to, I do think that will help a lot afterwards. I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be back.
What else can we talk about?
I have no idea. I'm just tired.
Yeah, have you been sleeping? No, you haven't, because you said that the storms and stuff kind of kept you awake.
They woke me up at like 2:30 and then I could not go back to sleep.
Dude, I'm about to fucking denounce all my Stanleys because I'm about to go get a hydro jug. You know, do you have one of those or no? I like it because you got the flippy flip straw, you know, but I have the straw toppers, but I don't like to, especially at night, just like pull them on and off. And then Raya also started putting them in her mouth. So then I was like, okay, I gotta put these away. But last night when it was like at like 5 a.m, I had a pillow and I freaking knocked my Stanley over, and it, because of the straw and everything, it just like spilled everywhere and everything. So I woke all of us up and it took forever for us to like fall back asleep. But I was like, if I had a hydro jug, this wouldn't have happened. So I'm like about to like give them away because I try to like keep it limited with how many like to-go cups I have. But yeah, I'm about to fucking go get a freaking hydro jug, man.
I know a lot of people at work have them.
I fall for the trends, you know, where I'm like, I was a Stanley girl, and now I'm like, I think the hydro jug's next. I can't wait to drink an Alani though, dude. Like, I haven't been drinking them since I've been pregnant, and like, oh my god, like after I have that baby, I'm gonna be like, someone go get me an Alani
right now.
Alani and some raw sushi, please. I'm about to like go get me some more of these skirts though too.
Yeah, it's so fucking cute, dude.
I was like, well, I was also like, these kinds of tops too though would be very good postpartum, in that like these like flowy, because that was like my biggest issue with postpartum the first time, is like I was used to accentuating my waist, and then you know, like you want to change it a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I should get more flowy tops like this, where it's not tight. Yeah. So it's not tight there, but still looks cute, you know. But the skirts, like, because it's hard to feel cute in sweatpants all the time. That's just what I've been wearing.
I totally feel you. Yeah. You know? Honestly, just generally, I've kind of been going for a more flowy vibe a lot of the time. Especially, well, like, if it's warm or whatever, flowy just feels nice. And, like, long skirts, dude, I mean, you know, I'm wearing one today, too. Like, they are, I mean, I need to wax my legs so bad. But no one would know it because I'm always wearing long skirts and pants or whatever. And it's just like, they're just a closet staple for me for that reason, especially too.
About to like get a petty. These feetsies need something.
Oh my God, mine are crazy. I do wax my toes and stuff because I just don't like having hobbit feet, but they need some tender love and care as far as the nails or whatever. I like never paint them myself or do anything. I got a pedicure one time and she paid for it for me and it was very cool. I'd never really felt anything like it. It was nice. And it lasted a long time too. Like it took a long time to like grow out.
Yeah, like I feel like with the pedicure, you know, it's like you can just get one or two, like the change of the season and you know, like bad pain.
Yeah, like I feel like it lasts so much longer than the nails. Like I feel like these grow so much faster or something because yeah, that lasted me. I was like, oh my God, I can have pretty feetsies for like a month or two. It was super
especially because
nice.
it's like even if you were to paint your toes yourself, like just letting them soak like you do in the pedicure and then the
And get all
lotion and like
the
you would
calluses
just
scrubbed
never
off.
do that yourself. You know?
well,
At least I
exactly.
wouldn't.
Well, like, you know, I'm sure you now like have the issue of like reaching your toes and doing different things or
Yeah.
whatever. But like a lot of the time, like even with waxing my legs and stuff too, like it does put me in a weird position with the tube that does like make it kind of painful and like it's just it's annoying. So, but it's the same with the toes. Like managing the toes is like I don't like it. It doesn't feel good.
Have you gone to your other waxer? Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, I got a Brazilian recently, but the legs on top of it are so expensive because like the Brazilian is like 65 or whatever, and it's normally closer to 80 with a tip and stuff. But the legs, it's just like it's another like fucking 40 or whatever, and I'm like, you know, what I would give to like if lasering wasn't expensive, I would opt for that 100%. I think that would be the best ever. But goddamn, I mean, waxing is expensive, but lasering is even more expensive. Like sometimes you can find like promotional deals or whatever that different places will offer, but you have to do it like fairly fucking consistently for it to really like yield good results. And I just have like such dark hair and thick hair that it's just like even with waxing or whatever, it doesn't really like actually reduce the volume as much as it might with someone with like thinner hair, and just drives me fucking crazy. My hair grows too fast.
man, this is a low energy episode. You know what I'm saying? Like we're fucking chilling. Like did the will ever come back? I don't think so. Not quite yet.
He's still
know?
missing. He's still missing. I mean, I will say like today I feel a lot better for sure. Like
you got a touch of the will.
I got a touch of the will. He came through for a little bit, and I mean, you know, he's making an appearance for me quite a bit lately. I mean, like this last week has been pretty good in that way. Like there wasn't a day where I felt like so overwhelmed or whatever that like I couldn't do what I needed to do. I was just like, I mean, sometimes the biggest hurdle is just getting in the fucking shower before doing shit. I just hate my hair dripping for 4 hours.
There's so much. Like I especially want to like, especially before the maternity photos, I want to put on like some self tan and stuff. Oh my god! But the process, because you gotta like do a scrub, you gotta do body scrub so it doesn't like dry into the patches and stuff, and then you gotta put lotion on or something, and then it's just like
It's a lot, dude.
so much. And so
Yeah, well, because like I mean, I've always kind of wanted to do that too, like the bronzing stuff. But
yeah,
my God, bro, I mean, it's just like the maintenance of it all.
you literally have to. I mean, I typically try to do it at night so then it can like set all night and stuff, because you can do it and then like rinse it off a couple hours later, but it's like, who wants to get in the shower twice?
Yeah 100%.
Yeah.
Yo, but if any of y'all have any experience with Cyperus rotundus oil, let me fucking know.
What?
So it is actually an oil that reduces hair growth over time or whatever. And it's anti-inflammatory and stuff. I've heard people can even use it on sensitive places, supposedly. So I would love to hear anybody sound off about that if they have experience with it. From what I understand, it's like you have to apply it 2 times a day for, weeks before you really start to see results or whatever. But like I've seen different things online, but they were attached to ads, as far as people saying like now I don't have hair at all. I had really thick hair and now I don't, or whatever.
It's hard to trust those ads.
Exactly. Yes, I don't trust ad comments. So I want some real comments from you beautiful humans out there. It is funny though too. Like I feel like our obligations do make it to where I do have to shower very regularly, and that's probably good for me. It probably gives me more structure and motivation in that way to be like actually trying to maintain a little bit more. I do want to lighten my hair again though, and then cut half of it off for the summer.
Yeah,
that's the plan, Chelsea. I'll be making my way to you. You don't have to cut it, but you can lighten it for me again, and then I'll fucking cut it all off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you ever need a hairstylist, the hair pagan.
She might cut it first and then lighten it though, just because it's like probably more bleach and stuff.
All right, yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not an expert.
I'll be hitting you up, dude. And if
How sure are you gonna go?
shoulder length, probably.
Shoulder length.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that'll be so fun. But yes, it will feel so much more. Probably be more curly too.
It will be, because like when I first met Chad, that was about the length that it was, and he has so many pictures of me from then where I'm like, my hair looked good, like because it was like bouncy and shit, and I was like, fuck, I gotta get back there, because I do get to a point when it is this long where like after I sleep on it and it's been like weighed down or whatever, I hate when it looks flat. I'm like nasty. I'm like bleh. I can't deal with it, but
I've been a nasty girl.
I've been nasty. Dude, anybody gonna match my freak? There was like this little otter meme that was like paired with that song, and it was like this dude like just dubbing that song, and it was so fucking funny. I loved it. It was so good.
Ottercore.
But yeah, then we heard like the original song, and we were like, we liked his version better.
Dude, have you heard the Enya song that turns into like shake that ass, it morphs into like a club song?
No,
I'll have to show it to you guys after this.
Yes.
I like can't like listen to that Enya song without thinking of that song after that, and it's a banger.
That's great. That's fucking cool. Enya is not something I would have thought to be paired with like club music.
I love when they like people do that, where they like pair a song that's like unexpected to another one, you know?
Right, yeah.
Oh my
or
god.
just like remix something.
I
Yeah.
fucking miss dancing so much, dude.
Dude, yeah, I was feeling that yesterday, because like, I'll have the Bluetooth playing at the beginning and the end of Second Story or whatever, and so some of my songs were coming on, and there's this one that I swear to God, like, it just makes me want to do interpretive dance to it. It's so fucking pretty that I feel like it would just be so fun to dance to.
Yeah, dude, like I consume like so much like podcasts and like just other content that sometimes I forget to listen to music, but I do need to do it more, because like that's what inspires me most. Like that's what like gets my creative juices flowing,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever feel like this, but like there's times where I just feel too like I don't know what I want to listen to, and like I can't, like sometimes I can't even find the vibe, and then I'm just like I can't even listen to music right now.
Yeah, sometimes like when I hit zones like that, sometimes I'll go to like a faithful playlist, and instead of just playing the playlist, going to the playlist radio and seeing what it feeds me or whatever. Because sometimes that works, but like it does just kind of depend on like what vibe you are looking for. Sometimes the day lists are okay too. I've kind of been surprised with some of those, because mine tends to feed me like a lot of indie shit, and I appreciate that, because it will show me like artists that don't really have a whole lot of streams but are pretty fucking good.
I'm so glad I've kept my Spotify mostly separate from Raya, because like my YouTube music is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like Chad and I, we do essentially share the YouTube premium that he has. But yeah, it is like a big mixture. I tell you the fuck what though, they keep fucking putting me and him in pop music, and it makes me mad.
That is funny because even on Spotify, they'll put you in there. Like it'll be on my thing.
What the fuck, dude?
But maybe it's just you got some bounciness, like instruments.
I mean, well, with our stuff though, like with his and
Emo
I's
pop,
stuff,
maybe more.
emo pop. I would say like alt something.
I will say this. I mean, pop has also changed a lot from what it was even in the 2000s and stuff. So like now what is considered pop like is, I mean, we have like Sabrina Carpenter and stuff like that, but we also, have other like pop things that, I mean, I'm not like as familiar with, but it is different,
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like so much of our stuff is very like alt to indie. Like
But I bet like what makes it not categorized as indie is like some of the, like indie still sounds like in the back of a Force, like banjo.
You mean just like the beats that we have or whatever?
Yeah, because I bet some of it too that you make the beats the way that you do, maybe just clocks it as that,
Rude ass. I'm not trying to be like a pop snob or whatever, but whenever I see that,
it's like, don't you dare.
Well, because it's weird on my Spotify radio. All the artists on my radio are sick as fuck, and they are very alt indie. There's like fucking Boy Genius on there. There's all these really Julian Baker, all these, and even Adrian Linker. But anytime I see myself in the pop on YouTube, I'm like, God no. You have like the standard phone ring.
Yeah, I keep it general. Well, what do we feel? Are we feeling like this is like the end, or?
I mean, I don't know.
We're going on an hour.
Yeah, we are. I mean, if you guys want to cut it off here, you're more than welcome to. I have a quick plug. May 16th, we have a happy hour show at Sound Pony for about an hour. I think that starts at 6. So yeah, feel free to come on through. At Sound Pony, we can actually do a cover, and I was thinking about doing fucking Vampire Empire. I think that one would be fucking fun. But yeah, there's all that, man.
And then the second story session.
Yeah, second story sessions every Thursday. Sign up at 7. First act at 7:30. That's also free. It's a donation-based one. We can record your set for like $15 to record it audio-wise, $15 to record it video-wise, and they're both high-quality stuff, and it's just a generally really nice time. You can paint, do whatever you want. And yeah, I think that's everything for me right now. I gotta
catch
get
the Lowdown too when it comes out. See if you can spot Alexis.
Yeah, I'll be watching the fuck out of that. Oh man, I had kind of wanted to talk about Euphoria a little bit, but I don't think you watched it yet.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I stayed up too late one night. Yeah.
See, you did that too. That's exactly how I watched it as well. Like I started it and I was like, I mean, I'll only watch half, and then I watched both full episodes.
You can't stop.
I don't
in the
think
middle
I
of the
watched the
Euphoria.
second episode yet.
Oh, okay. So then
We'll save it
next
for the
episode,
next
yes, yeah, we will come back to this. But we freaking love you guys. I need to promote the last episode. I will try and do that. But yeah, those that listen on Spotify too. There was a friend who came to Second Story, and he had come last week, and that was the first time I'd met him. But I was talking about the podcast to him yesterday, and he was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "The All Night Podcast." And he like typed it in. He's like, "I'm already following you guys." He's like, he had seen somebody repost a reel that led him to our Spotify.
Oh, nice.
And
To the
I was
Spotify.
like,
Nice.
yes. And I was like, brother.
That is so cool, because let me tell you, sometimes it feels like we're just talking to nobody out here.
The void.
We need them comments to feel like it's not a void.
I'm ready for the community.
Yes.
I
that
know.
would
I'm
be
ready for
cool.
the fan base. I'm ready for the merch.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm ready to have an assistant.
Which honestly, if we made stickers.
I'm ready for a glam team.
Yes. I wouldn't look like this today.
I think the camera's off, but
Oh, well, you don't get to see it then.
yes. But yeah, we should make stickers or something. To,
I know.
Well,
we
and I
do.
can make the
everybody.
mugs, you know, where we could sell the mugs.
Ooh, that could
Yeah.
be very cool. But yes, dudes, I will try and have this up fairly soon for you guys. So, but we will be taking a break next week because of the show and all of that. And it's also me and Chad's anniversary. But we will resume in the second week of May. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you later. Dude, bye.